beginning in A Realm Reborn. I always forget to do this. Alright, what's on the agenda for tonight? We've got a lot to do. I figured, first off, we need to get our job quest, because we've been neglecting that. And that's not a good thing. So, let me just pull up the phone. The stream is actually running. So first things first, we're going to do that. We're at a high enough level now to do another couple of things. We need to unlock the Kobold Beast Tribe quests and the Sahagin Beast Tribe quests. We also can unlock our Veil and increase our rank with the Grand Company once that's completed. And I have actually gotten my... I've gotten Thaumaturge and Arcanist up to the point where I should really pick up Black Mage and Summoner and Scholar as well. So we'll leave those kind of as a back burner kind of thing. I want to get through some of the main story scenario today as well, because you can't fall too far behind. And as you can see, my level is already picking up quite heavily, so I'm 3 above the story quest again. So we will basically continue with that, and I'll use my roulettes for other things. So yes, this is... going, yes, no. Looks to be. Okay. Haha. Alright, let's move on. So, White Mage quests. At 45, you'll actually get 2 quests. What? Yes. Oh, hello, you. Following in his footsteps. Your command of white magic has advanced considerably, Vivi. Yes, the time draws near. Let us begin our preparations for the quieting. At its roots, the ritual is no different from the acts of pacifying that you have already performed. The difference lies only in the difficulty of the effort. The Great One possesses a power unfathomably more immense than the elementals you have communed with thus far. Power so immense that a mage might be easily overwhelmed by the sheer force of its will. To prevent such a catastrophic fate, our tradition decrees that a special garb must be donned before performing the ritual. I have prepared for you these pieces, but I fear they will not avail you in their current state. So it is that I would send you on a journey. I trust you know the story of Otoa Kant. Rare among Pajal, I'm having great speaking night. He left the forest behind to travel the realm, healing the land and its people. As tribute to his wanderlust after he passed, he wished his ashes were divided among several urns, which were in turn carried to the far reaches of the realm. And it was there, in the distant lands, that the great mage so loved, that his ashes were buried, and monuments erected in his honor. You are to go on a pilgrimage to these sites, and receive the blessings of your forebearer. Only then will the garb I've gifted you be imbued with its divine power. Mind you, you will find that these places are not as welcoming as they might have been in Master Otoa's time. The first site is on the shores of western Lenosha, in a place now feared as the Serpent's Tongue, home to a band of vile pirates. The next is to be found in Mordona, in that overgrown labyrinth of roots and vines so affectionately known as the Tangle. I do hope that Master Otoa's ashes have survived most oppressive environs. The third site I would have you visit is perhaps the most treacherous location of the lot, Raubon's Push in northern Thanalan, a stone's throw from an Imperial stronghold. I urge you to exercise extreme caution. Well, this is actually pretty fortuitous. I need to go to Lenosha anyway to unlock the Kobold and Sahagin quests. I need to go to Korthis to unlock Aurum Vale. I need to go back to Thanalan to proceed with the story quest, and that should take me up to Raubon's Push, but not right away. So, I think what I will do is, first things first, we will go to Limsa. Well, let's head back. Let's head to Gridania first. And we'll pick up Gilding the Bilious. That will unlock Aurum Vale. Versailles. Helios. Gilding the Bilious. Ah, Sergeant. Ever the shining example to your fellow serpents. Time and again you have risen to the call. Today I would give you the opportunity to add to your growing list of accomplishments. In return for battle chocobos provided to us, the Holy See has petitioned our aid in purging the cavern known as the Aurum Vale. It is most foul of its most foul inhabitants. Our contact from Ishgard, Sir Willimus, will appraise you of the particulars of the mission upon your arrival. Prize. I'm really not doing so well speaking wise today. That is not good. Alright, so now we're going to go to Limsa. We'll pick up the 2 quests we need to unlock the Kobold and Sahagin quests. And we might as well pick up the final Arcanist quest while we are there. Now, we're here.
I'm working on my level 5 Arcanist.
Ah, yes. Arcanist is an interesting class. And Scholar and Summoner will prove to be just as interesting, I'm sure.
Yes. I think I might like the Scholar more than the White Mage.
I think it, again, like we were talking about this the other day, I think ultimately it boils down to your particular playstyle and what suits you better. And so some people might like the
Scholar is a bit less like hands-on when
right.
it comes to healing, is in-game content where you need to do everything. But I think it has like a little bit more utility in that respect. I think I'll enjoy it a little bit more. But it is like really cool from the White Mage perspective to like just the difference that's going on there as far as everything. Oh, look at you.
Yep, here I am, and here you are. I've been expecting you, Vivi. As ever, Kalaya's predictions prove accurate almost down to the moment, and her mind is especially sharp with such a dangerous confrontation of in the... Oh my gosh. And her mind is especially sharp, and such a dangerous confrontation in the offing. The Yellowjackets have contacted us with word of Dosmaga. It appears his merchant vessel is presently anchored off the coast of Bloodshore. Once the pirate's business there is concluded, rumor has it that he intends to embark on an extended voyage to the east. It will be some time before he returns once more to Limsa Lominsa. If we pass up this opportunity, Kalaya will lose her chance to settle the score with Dosmega. We risk the Foreseer stumbling once more into the blackest of melancholy. Simply getting close enough to Dosmega will prove difficult. Kalaya has, however, already formulated a solution, and has set her grand strategy into motion. Your first task in this undertaking is to travel to Costa del Sol and deliver this set of directions to a fisherman by the name of Ralziran. More instructions will be forthcoming. Alright. So we've got that. In order to unlock the Sahagin and Kobold quests, I need to go to the upper decks. So we're going to Aft Castle. I believe these are by the yes, right here. Highway robbery, and they came from the deep. The Grand Company for Limsa. Trackerat. Highway robbery. I know not what brings you to the Maelstrom Command this day, but I can hardly fault your timing. Aye, we've a situation on our hands, we do. Not days ago, a convoy of ours was ambushed en route to Limsa, and a goodly shipment of saltpeter plundered from our very hands. The scurvy dogs responsible for the act struck swiftly and under darkness, so we've yet to figure out who they were, much less bring them to justice. Saltpeter, as you may know, is a key ingredient for fashioning fire sand. Whatever our foe means to be plotting, like as not, it involves a hearty share of fiery death and destruction. Command has dispatched an elite regiment to the field to investigate, but clues have proved harder to come by than a half-decent pint of ale at sea. Leading the investigation is a good comrade of mine. While I'd like nothing more than to lend my strength to his search, I can't very well shirk my duties here. If you find yourself itching for adventure, you could do worse than to make for Swift Perch and seek out Lieutenant Skatesways. I really, really hate trying to pronounce the, oh my gosh, what are they called? The Rogadan names. It's just like, what? Just say that, right?
How many times?
Yeah, it's like, oh my god. Just say Trackerat sent you. Okay. Will do, Trackerat. Alright. Shahat. Again, Mikote, also. They came from the deep. Your hearing must be exceptional, If you did not overhear the Link Pearl report, then why... well, no matter. You are here now, and we could certainly use your aid. I have just received word that raiders have sunk a civilian vessel in the Strait of Merlthor. One of our warships is en route as we speak, though I fear there will be little left for them to find. I am uncomfortably familiar with tales of pirate looting, and even commandeering their targets, but to sink the ship entire, an excessively brutal act, even for a buccaneer. No, I'd wager cold hard coin that those thrice-damned fishbacks are behind this. Them and their serpent reaver lackeys. The Sahagin have much to answer for. Vengeance will be forthcoming, but let us first focus on rescuing what poor souls we may. But let us first focus on rescuing what poor souls we may. That was really oddly worded sentence. While the warship scours the waters, I would have you head to eastern Lenosha and look for any survivors washed up in the sands of Bloodshore. One of my soldiers, Private Pirate, Private Wilfalk, has been deployed to coordinate the search. Speak with him when you arrive, and he will direct your efforts to where they are most needed. May Lamaya guide your steps. Blah, 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 blah. Alright, so I need to go to Costa del Sol, which is in Bloodshore. Swift Perch, which is where? Oh, that's by Aleport.
God damn it. Sorry.
Oh. You okay?
No. I'm doing a fate, but you know how those can easily
Get overwhelmed.
Get overwhelmed.
Yeah.
In those.
Let's see. Serpent's Tongue.
I'm okay though. I handled it.
Oh, this has a spawning birds. Okay.
Thanks to my trusty parsec.
Alright, so it looks like switch
Carbon.
over to White Mage again. So if I do this one, this will eventually lead to this one. It's in the same area, Costa del Sol. So we'll do, let's go to Costa del Sol. Let's to Fisherman's Guild. Okay. And the ferry. Costa del Sol. That's over there, and that's over there. You? What is it you want, lad? As you can see, I've my hands full with me fishing. Ah, thanks for that. I've been told of expecting you. You're to take one of me herrings and deliver it to cook Opelona. Opelona. Okay. Alright, Opelona. Yes, and how may I help you? Master Gageru is... Gageriju is expecting his breakfast any moment now. I'll have some herring. A fresh herring? Why, the master does enjoy it. A bite of broiled fish of a morning. What? This might even earn me a few extra coins for this week's wages. Well, you have earned yourself one of my homemade eel pies. I should tell you, though, your arcanist colleague was quite insistent that you take the pie to Master Gageru rather than scoff it down yourself.
Are you going to scarf it down yourself?
No, because eel pie makes my stomach turn. Mostly because it's called eel pie. It's a pie of eels. Gross.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm actually going to be having dinner, so have
Okay.
a good night, and I might
Yep.
run on. Or I might.
Have you
run.
late?
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
User disconnected from your
Alright,
channel.
Gageriju. And what brings you to my, and I use the term facetiously, humble abode, dear sir? Such a heavenly aroma. Are you, perchance, carrying an eel pie about your person? How commendable that you should research the delicacies that tickle my fancy before daring to intrude upon my most ponderous of ponderings. Speaking of ponderous, well, I was speaking of it, at least. I have a hefty purse of gil to persuade you to relinquish your claim on that pastry. There's your pie. One moment, if you will. I have been instructed by Melvain's Gate assessor to hand over this message to whomever delivers an eel pie to Master Gageru. Gageriju. Whatever. Take the purse you received from Master Gageru and hand it to the dancer, Eildguth, as she prepares to return home. Kalaya. This is getting kind of crazy. Alright, Ilgulth. Yes? If you're looking for a dancer, then I would first see your coin. I've 3 children to feed and no time to waste on idle chat. Here's your purse. Oh my, that is quite a purse. My precious darlings will eat like kings this week. And such a simple job as well. I was told to expect you, you see. In return for the coin, I am to give you these. The leather satchel is from your Mikote friend. The Pario is from me. That last item you are to deliver to Drogo, the warehouse foreman. Alright, Drogo. I ain't got time for the likes of you. If you don't get me work squared away soon, the master will have me out on a pike. You got something for me? I do. One worn Pario. Hey now, ain't this Edglass Pario? That Makote lass said someone would be bringing me a gift, what I couldn't refuse, and stick me with a pitchfork if she weren't telling the God's own truth. You're supposed to have this bottle of wine. Take it to the Flying Shork and pour a cup for the sailors what's drinking there. That's what she told me to tell you, any road. I'd watch me back if I was you. Them sailors, the meanest bunch of cutthroats I'd ever seen. Cool. So we're drugging, we're roofing, cutthroats. Cool. Hello, Herxkrat. You want me to taste your wine, eh? Well, now I ain't one to pass up free grog. Have some vintage wine. Lamain's teat, now that's a bloody fine drop. If we ship this stuff to the east, we'll be selling bottles by the crate. You're coming with us back to the Morning Star. The captain will want to have a word with you. Oh dear. Okay. I bet I can't have Lola out for this. There's a good lad. And for your lass. And as for you, Miss Dancer, you stick close to old Hiskrat. It gets damn cold on the long sea voyages. Oh, okay. Where's she hiding her book? Shh, we'll talk later. Uh-huh. This is reckless. Okay, now. Speak with Herskrat. Is here. By the dock. Get too ahead of ourselves. We'll just put up a stone skin and all that jazz. Alright, this will be interesting. I don't think we're gonna have Lola out. I'm just going to dismiss Lola. Maybe. Withdraw Lola. You ready then? We'll be off as soon as the boat's loaded. Yeah, I suppose. Find grog and find women. The captain will be pleased with this haul. Pray do not stare so. This was the most expedient method of gaining access to the ship. I will take that satchel from you now. You may have it back after I take the items I need. Eh? What mischief are you two about? Fastest quick change ever. I was merely borrowing some clothes. You wouldn't wish me to catch a chill from this brisk ocean air, would you? You'll be dancing yourself warm once we get to the ship, lass. Uh-huh. You better slip off that ratty robe before you meet the captain. Of course, of course. I'll be happy to show him the performance that awaits. Bitch, Admiral's lapdog. Come back for your lesson, have ya? It is I who shall be teaching this day. My lecture will focus on the manipulation of reality through applied strategy. Enough of your damn yapping. By the time I'm done with you, you'll remember who your real master is. Who's healing? Uh-huh. That guy. Uh-oh. That's no good. Damn. Alright. We're gonna start things off a little differently. Do this. I also need to... some trades. Put some additional trades. Swift. And that's what I need. We're gonna put that right there. And... what else? What else? What else? Don't think I need anything else. And actually, I don't need that. So we can actually take... for now, we'll just throw it on there, just to be on the safety side. Grants me a defense boost. Not something I'll be able to use once I unlock, but you know, hey, every little bit helps, right? Alright, protect. Stone skin. Also get a stone skin. This. Yes. Now then. Let's try this one more time. If not, we can just level up a little bit more. I don't want to spend too much time on this, since we've saw all these cutscenes. Let's skip that right to the battle. Alright. There we go. That will make things easier. You rabid little cur! Our numbers matter not. It is strategy that will win this battle. Prepare yourself, Dosmega. With your defeat, will I cast off the shackles you closed on my soul. You think so, eh? Think your fancy magics are a match for my blade? You've got another thing coming. Let's take care of this first. Dosmega now faces defeat. He will flee to the starboard rail. Obvious. Next time his attempt Next comes his attempt to escape into the sea. You think you're pulling my strings, do ya? Think I'll dance to your tune? Well, I ain't falling for your bloody tricks. It is at this moment he notices the yellow jackets I had you summon in my explicit instructions to Rilzirin. Ho ho! You were a fool to return, Dosmega. I hear you're fond of shackles, so we brought a set especially for you. Ha ha ha! Thus concludes today's lecture. Thank you, Vivi. This strategy would not have succeeded without your flawless execution. Which suggests that my tactics yet require more work. One must allow for some small deviation in performance. I believe, however, that I now understand why my calculations went awry. It is not enough to wish to shape reality. One must also have a complete understanding of the reality one wishes to obtain. It is time I sought out our guildmaster. Huh? Pray convey to Mistress Thurblade my fondest wishes, and my appreciation for all she has done for me. The true test of my strategies begins now. Fancy ship. Alright, well, that was interesting. Now, we'll go back, but for now we're going to switch over to White Mage. It's now storming. The weather in Eorzea is ever changing. Alright, Willfolk. No, not Bedraggled Woman. Willfolk. You're the one Commander Rahiki sent? Rahiki? Said to expect then. I'm Willfolk, a private in the Commander's foreign levy. As you can see, there ain't much for me to coordinate. The fishbacks made a good mess of that ship. Seems barely a handful of the poor buggers what were sailing on it made it ashore alive. Where am I? Where is Robin? Where is my son? Uh-oh. Now you just calm yourself down, good wife. We'll have your boy back in your arms before you can split up another lungful of seawater. The tides have been merciful to a fortunate few, like the good wife here, and carried them all the way to the beach. Here, you'll be needing some of my medical supplies for the bleeding and the injured. Take a walk along the coast now and help. Provide a helping hand. Injured survivor. My shoulder hurts. Here. Ah, I can feel my fingers again. Those gutless fishbacks. They were over the rails, swinging afore I could stammer out a prayer to the navigator. Wounded survivor. Cough spitter, I made it. One moment I was sailing along, happy as you please. The next I was struggling to keep my head above the waves. I can barely breathe. Thank you, thank you. What? Which of the 7 hells is this? Bloodshore? Oh. Waves slammed me onto the rocks. They cut me up some, I think. Is it bad? Nothing a potion can't cure. Why, thanks. I feel much stronger now. All I can remember is the impact like bloody thunder, and the deck lurching beneath my feet. Then they came aboard. You saved some lives this day, lad. 'Tis a terrible thing what happened, but you take what solace you can in the little victories. Not that any amount of solace will have me forgiven those blasted fishbacks. You expect attacks on the Navy, that's what we signed up for. But sinking a civilian ship with women and children aboard, the Sahagin have ice water for blood, I tell ya. No, no, not my little Robin. My condolences, good wife. I know how hard this must. Leviathan's scaly ass. Sahagin? Here? What? You didn't get your fill of slaughter on the strait? If you want to finish the job you've started, then you'd best start with me. Mom! Robin! My darling Robin! Christopher Robin. No, wrong thing. There you are. You're safe. Thank the 12. The lad's alive. What manner of fishback trickery is this? I'm fine. I'm a bit wet. I thought I would sink right to the bottom of the sea, but then some nice fishmen came and saved me. They weren't they were not like the scary ones that came after our ship. But the stories say that all fishmen are nasty. Isn't that odd? Might I ask you a favor? I found this necklace at the bottom of a little boat, and the nice fisherman used to carry me to shore. I'm certain it must be one of theirs. I'd take it back to them myself, but I don't think my mum would like that. Could you maybe return it for me? The last I saw, they were swimming towards western Lenosha. That must be where they live. I wonder if the houses are made of seaweed. I mean, leave it to a kid. Okay. Now then, that's back there. This is there. Let's do the Swift Perch, which is in west. Perfect. We'll actually just teleport to Swift Perch. Ooh, trees. Can't see the forest for the trees. Alright, skate swins. Lemillion, take the lot of them. You'd have me believe that there's not a single piece of evidence in this entire god's-forsaken hamlet. And who might you be? An adventurer come on behalf of old Tresseret? Who said I was looking for help anyway? Tresseret did? Ha! I'll have you both know that it's all clear skies and smooth sailing here. I was just about to file my report too. I ain't fooling no one. A good tons of saltpeter been snatched from our hands, like as not by someone who used it to sink our fair Limsa to the bottom of the sea. All right, I'll share with you what me men have gleaned. Though I warn you, it ain't much. Given the scope of the act, we believe it was a coordinated effort by a well-trained group. What's more, given the sheer speed with which the scurvy thieves vanished from our sight, I reckon that they've a knowledge of passages unknown to us. I had my hopes up that my men would find something, but they had no such luck. What say ye? Care to take a look around and see if you can find the evidence me half-blind and thrice daft subordinates couldn't? Oh, okay. Mansions behind. Here we go. Yeah. What is it? Well, find any evidence that could shed some light on our investigation? This crooked pickaxe. What have we here? A pickaxe. A rather sorry-looking one at that. Do you reckon that was left behind by the perpetrators? In my time with the Maelstrom, I've confronted just about every pirate, brigand, and highwayman in these parts, but I've not known any of them to employ a tool like this. No, I'd wager more than a round at the wench that our band of grubby little thieves ain't no ordinary men. Aye, it's all becoming clear to me. And yourself, no doubt. Tell me, might you be thinking what I'm thinking? Some thieving kobolds. I knew you were a sharp one. Aye, the moment I laid eyes on the pickaxe you found me. Mind was convinced. The primitive make of this tool and all too healthy interest in explosives, all signs point to those rat-faced rapscallions being behind all this. It's so bloody obvious now that I could almost kick myself and me good-for-nothing men for not coming to this conclusion sooner. But this is hardly a time for whining. No, we must strike quickly if we mean to reclaim what's ours. Camp Overlook is our front line of defense against those tunnel-burrowing thieves. If anyone has a notion of where they've taken the saltpeter and how they plan to use it, it'll be Commander Boliden. I'm off to deliver my report, but I ain't, but I've a hunch, but I've an hunch. Wow. Our job has only begun. Only just begun. What say you come along? You're the first capable man I've worked with today. Why, thank you. That's so kind of you. Now then, where do we go from here? They came from the deep. Let's do that real quick. As well as praying to the spot in the Sepsis spawning grounds. Well, it's the Serpent's Tongue. So I have to go here and here. Almost there. Little outpost over here. Really? Cute. Alright, now then. What is the meaning of this trespass? I should skewer you where you stand, finless one. Carry the necklace of Clutch Father Nove. How is it that you possess this cherished treasure? You come at the behest of the child we saved? Such unusual manners for a shore walker. You may pass, seek out Clutch Father Nove, and be sure to keep your tone respectful. He's the elder of our clan. Rare is it to see a shore walker in our midst. I am Nove, Clutch Father to this clan of spawnlings. Ah, the finless child bid you return my necklace, did he? No, I had no special reason for saving the boy. Only that, for the Sahagin, as it is for you shorewalkers, offspring are considered the most precious of treasures. All that reside here are bound by ties of blood. All are the children of the Clutch Father. Only slightly less precious to me than my spawn is the trinket you bring. It was a gift, a commendation from our beloved matriarch. I thank you for returning it to me. We have a saying, the favor of one is repaid by the gratitude of the clutch. I welcome you to our home. Perhaps a modest banquet is in order? I do not know, however, if our spread will agree with your shorewalker stomach. Clutch and Kin. This is the quest that will unlock the Beast Tribe quests for the Sahagin. You witnessed the aftermath of the attack in the Straits of Marathor. Yes, it was indeed perpetrated by Sahagin. The individuals responsible are called the Coral Tridents. They reside in the Sapsa spawning grounds, and are known among our people as a volatile and fanatical faction. We had hoped to prevent them from ever reaching that vessel, but alas, the current was not in our favor. Foolishness. Their actions only invite further violence through retaliation. And what of Nove and his clutch, you ask? We live apart from the spawning grounds, and pursue a separate agenda. I do not claim to understand the structure of your civilization, but for us, Sahagin, each clan of clutchmates is led by a single clutch father. The Indigo Matriarch, what you might call our queen, bestows each clutch of her eggs upon only the bravest and most seasoned warriors. It is then a clutch father's duty to raise and instruct his charges in the way of our people. But for this cycle to continue, the matriarch must have a secure environment in which to bear her offspring. That is why we chose to make this land our home. It is unfortunate, then, that the Sapsa spawning grounds have become the locus of such conflict. If only more shorewalkers were like you, and spent a moment to understand our situation. Clutchfather, I need your counsel. What have I taught you, Sue? A Sahagin does not flail and splash about so. He rolls with the waves and rides the currents. Forgive me, Clutchfather. It is Pew, our sixth youngest brother. What of him? He has left the nursery without permission. He spoke of talking sense into the coral tridents. His brain is as soft as his spawnling scales, and this at a time when I cannot afford to take my eyes off the rest of the clutch. Though our stance towards each other is not yet clear, Shorewalker, I would ask a boon of you. Save my foolish son. Sue here will have more to say on the subject, I am sure. Yay. Alright, Sue. Or Sue, whatever. You have no skills, and yet Clutchfather seems to trust you. I shall do the same. As you just heard, my brother Pew has taken it upon himself to educate the Coral Tridents. He is one of our more impetuous spawn brothers, and yet young. He does not realize the peril he puts himself in. The Tridents will not listen to Pew's reasoning. They will laugh as they impale him on their spears. Please bring Pew back safely to the nursery. By now, he must be some distance across the land base, closer to North Tidegate. Okay. Do that on my way out. This we're going to need Lola back in our party. Oh, actually, I guess if I do that, because I bet the job quest will be instanced, and that means that well, maybe not. Let's just pray. Let's not draw 1, but 2. No, wait. Let's draw 3. No, 12. that, but there are pirates about. Alright. And a fate, naturally. Could be suicide. Interesting that they would send us here at level 45. We'll come back to this when the fate is gone. It's dangerous enough without a fate. Then we add the fate in. It's just like inviting disaster. This concerns you not, Shorewalker. Away with you, finless one. Oh dear. Alright. We are going to repose. Repose. And there we go. What were you thinking, Pew? Rescued by a shorewalker. What am I to tell Clutchfather Nove? Sprawn Brother Sue bid you come to my aid. I do not understand these Coral Trident warriors. I scarce opened my maw before they proceeded to beat me bloody. The Clutchfather always says that the currents of discussion carry us to enlightenment, but it seems the words of a spawnling count for little and less. I simply wanted to put into practice what my clutchmates and I have been taught. Now I surely face a punishment in addition to my beating. It's just a kid. He doesn't know better. Right. Sharknado? It is. Well. Welcome back, Shorewalker. You are kind to endanger yourself, though you owe us no such loyalty. Few will be appropriately disciplined for his reckless actions. Now, more than ever, the Sahagin must act with caution and wisdom. Many of our people reside peacefully within our city in the Indigo Deep, but our civilization faces a steady and treacherous decline. We must venture onto land to secure spawning grounds to lay our eggs, and build nurseries to raise our young. It is an essential element of our breeding cycle, an instinct too powerful to ignore. Our traditional spawning grounds were, however, annihilated in the calamity. Thus we were forced to seize this new location, the region the finless ones call Western La Nocia. It is not surprising that the shorewalkers view our sudden aggressive expansion as not more than an invasion. But this seemingly unprovoked attack on their territory is, in truth, a desperate struggle for survival. Without this land, without a place to rear our offspring, the Sahagin race is doomed. We are in no position to wage war against the shorewalkers. We must attempt a parley, and learn to exist side by side. The Coral Tridents, as you have no doubt realized, do not comprehend the merits of diplomatic approach. They seek only to control the weak of mind, those like their brutal serpent reavers, and slaughter all others who oppose them. Do not mistake me as a traitor to my kind. I hold no love for finless ones. I shed no salty tears when the great Leviathan is summoned and the Lord of the world gathers new drowned shorewalkers to his fold. But conflict with your people is not the answer to our woes. We must look beyond the present and ensure calmer waters, waters in which the future of our race can thrive. Shorewalker, your arrival is a precious gift. I would have you become the first stone in the bridge I hope to build between our peoples, and the rock which blunts the mindless spears of the Coral Tridents. I pray you, lend us your aid. I swear myself to your noble cause. Psh. Your presence is most welcome, Shorewalker. My warriors are eager, but lack the experience to engage such vicious opponents as the Coral Tridents. We will halt the Zealots' advance to the shoreline, and begin to repair the damage we have done to our chance at peace. There is much work ahead, but together we can put an end to this meaningless bloodshed. Da-dum-da-da-dum-da-dum-dum. Yay! I am now neutral with nose clutch. Ow! That was my knee. Key word there was. Alrighty. Killing me softly. Now then, has this fate... Oh! Looks like someone might be doing it. Or maybe attempted doing it. I doubt that I can be much of any help, but I would like to be there when it ends so I can easily swoop in. Oh. prey. Huh. Oh. Obtain some healer's gloves. Cool. Okay, so that means that this is pretty much good. I need to go to Camp Overlook. Alright, so we have successfully unlocked the Sahagin Beast Tribe quests. Alright, and Loden. There's a captured kobold. Make it quick, adventurer. As you can see, I've got my hands full with our little friend here. This is an outrage, a farce, an atrocity, an outrage. This is an insult, and we kobolds will not stand for it. No, no, stand no more. You're not have legs to stand on if you don't quit blabbering and spill the truth about whatever it is you scurvy rats are plotting. Plotting? There is no plotting. No, no, we plot nothing. Not nil, nothing. Enough! Unlike you and your ilk, I've a working pair of eyes, and at least half of me wits about me. You think I've not seen you lot blasting and scurrying around Ungmoro of late? Commander Bloden, sir? Skateswins. Aye. It's a treat to see me, old trainee, but I fear a Bruin kobold plot demands my attention. Vivi and I might be able to help you with that, Commander. I trust you've heard news of our missing shipment of saltpeter. So she knows. This cannot be. No, no, it cannot be. Ha! I knew it. Your endless tongue wagon has finally dug your own grave. It was not us. No, no, not us. It was them. Yes, yes, them. What nonsense is this? Beady eyes, frizzy tail, a penchant for causing us trouble. A kobold is a kobold. This is not so. No, no, not so. There are kobolds, and then there are kobolds. And then there are kobolds still. It is the low ones who stole your precious saltpeter, the ones who live down, beneath, below. Beneath and below? Come to think of it, my scouts did mention a particularly scraggly band of kobolds would seem to have made their home at the cliff base. Yes, yes, that is the place. That is the home of the 789th. They are the worst of the worst. They are most stinky, smelly, scummy, and stinky, and ugly, too. Commander, as the presiding officer in this investigation, I request permission to go below and investigate the so-called 789th. Furthermore, I would enlist this adventurer to join me. He's proven himself capable, and it would seem we go up against a worthy foe. As you please, Lieutenant, but I'm warning you, be careful down there. The sight of a kobold won't strike fear into anyone's heart, but their bite and their bombs are a fair sight worse than their bark. Understood, Commander. Will not let you down. And with that, I'll take my leave. Till sea swallows all. Well, are we ready to take on the scurviest band of kobolds in Lenosha? You'd best be, because I'm counting on you to make yourself useful. How pleasant. That was... Well, well, what have we here? 1, 2, and 3 crates of saltpeter. It would seem our kobold informant spoke true. What the? Surrounded. Stand ready. Are you just gonna stand there squeaking at me all day? Fight with honor or die like the rats you are. Uh, uh, are there no alternatives? Choices, options, alternatives? Such as, perhaps, surrender. Yes, surrender, we surrender. Did you just say surrender? Yes, we surrender. Yield, submit, surrender. What in the seven hells? I haven't an inkling as to why and wherefores, but it seems the notorious 789th is keen to return their plunder without so much as a fight. I, for one, wouldn't be opposed to cracking a few kobold skulls, but considering the strained relations between Limsa and the little buggers, these days, who can argue with good diplomacy? Any road, I'll report back to Commander Belodian and arrange for the transport of our supplies. I am with a reliable escort this time. In the meantime, why don't you ask around and see what you can learn about our new neighbors? After all, they don't seem as half as imposing as I expected. Their leader, least of all. Best of luck, till sea swallows all. You are still here. We have surrendered, yes? Yielded, submitted, surrendered. You will not hurt us, yes? I am relieved, reassured, relaxed, relieved. And who am I, you ask? I am Guigu, and Guigu is foreman of the 789th. Leader in name, yes, but no more. No more. For in truth, no one listens to Guigu. Guigu is ignored, invisible, insulted, ignored. Incompetent, too. The 789th stole your precious boom powder. Yes, we did. And yet, we had good cause for doing so. An excuse, a reason, a cause. Ours is a peaceful order by nature. The 789th trouble no one, and no one troubles us. No, not until now. Now we are driven from the tunnels, exiled to this place that stinks of soil and seawater. But you are a stranger, and I ramble too much, too soon. No, I will speak no more. Now go, leave Guigu to his suffering, his pain, his shame, his suffering. You are still here, yes? Yes, you are. You would hear the sad tale of Guigu and the 789th? Then listen and weep. Sob, cry, weep. You think you people have it tough. You know nothing at all. Ours is a world of kobold-deed kobold. Yes, ours is a constant struggle, a labor, a toil, a struggle for survival. Dig and dig we go, dig for ores and riches, dig well, and we are rewarded. Better digs are given us, and more weight do our words carry. Dig poorly, and we are shunned, reviled, scorned, shunned. You know that kobolds order have numbers, yes? Yes, you know. The smaller the number, the greater the order. You find this curious, but this is the kobold way. How many orders, you ask? Yes, how many? 789. We have, and not one more. We exist at the backside of Kobold society. The bottom, the rear, the backside. And so from the tunnels we are driven. Dig more, find more, make more wealth for your betters. Then you can come home, they say. But this dry vein holds no treasures. No, no, nothing. Meanwhile, our kin in Ungamoro hoard treasures so great that they toss gold away, tossed away like garbage. Yes, their trash is our treasure. Any moment now we'll be judged on our haul. But our stack is empty, barren, bare empty. You must go down to the dig and bring back something, anything for us, I beg of you. Yes, yes, even the shabbiest scraps will do. I dislike this area. The kobolds are not fun. Mostly because I really dislike the Ungamora mines. Cramped space, lots of enemies. Not so fun. From dawn till dusk, dusk till dawn we dig, and yet our barrows are empty. Bare, barren, empty. We are not welcome down below. But you will find something for us, yes? Yes, yes, you must. Could it be? Yes, yes, it could. Why, these dirty lumps, chunk scraps lumps, exceed our haul for the past 3 moons. You have my thanks, adventurer, and my gratitude. Oh, but you must not leave so soon. No, no longer you must stay. Persist, sojourn, stay, until Zoga has come and gone. Who is Zoga, you ask? Zoga is a giant among kobolds, a beast, a brute, a giant. So smart and so strong is Zoga's, and his order surges to the top of the ranks. Zogaz would lead us all into new era of prosperity, or so Zogaz claims. But this is a sham. Yes, Yogaz cares only for Zogaz. Weak you are. Zogaz will use you, then throw you away. Yes, Zogaz stomps all over us. Tramples, stomps, stomps. This is why you must stay, adventurer. Stay and watch over us from the shadows. Never mind that Lola's just like, I'm hanging out. Gulp. This place reeks. Stinks, smells, reeks. You said we're taking us to Steam Bath. You're a big fat liar, a cheat, a fraud, a liar. Stop your bloody squealing. Work before pleasure, or do you want to join the riffraff in their rotten trash heap? No, no, I thought not. Greetings, Zogaz. How kind of you to visit our humble dig. I must say, you're looking especially impressive today. Imposing, overpowering, overwhelming, overbearing, yeah. And you're looking as scruffy as ever, whatever your name was. But enough talk. My time's worth more than your sorry hide. Now let's see what you've got for me. Is this your monthly haul? Or what popped out of your arsehole this morning? Such a sluggard, always a sluggard. Stragglers, sloths, sluggards, the lot of you. The 789th are no sluggards, Zoga? No, not a one. Every day we toil in the mines. Slaves, sweat toil from dawn till dusk. Yes, we set down our pickaxes only to eat, to sleep, and eat. Eat, sleep. It seems we have a misunderstanding here. A mistake, a misconception, a misunderstanding. Sleep, food, these are luxuries, comforts, indulgences, luxuries. And luxuries, yes, luxuries are for kobolds who can dig their own weight. You are nothing, you deserve nothing, you are nothing. No rations for a month, or until you increase your haul 100-fold, whichever comes last. But, Zoga, we are already weak and hungry. Cut off our food supply and we will starve, wither, die. Yes, then die. Yes, die. Each day you live, you breathe our air and eat our food and give nothing in return. You're a parasite, Guigu. A leech, a sponge, a parasite. Your very existence keeps us from achieving our potential. But I can think of one way you might be of use. Yes, the shriveled carcass of you and your lot can feed our furnaces. Fodder, fuel, feed for your betters. You cannot mean what you say, Zoga. No, this must be some cruel joke, a jest, I only joke around. The only joke around here is you, Guigu. I'll not repeat myself this time. 100-fold. One owns less, and you'll be the first to burn. Singe, sizzle, burn. Let's go, ladies. Yes, the stench of sloth and stupidity. In this dump, it makes me sick. Remember, ladies, this is the fate for those who don't dig their own weight. Now, I do believe it's time for that steam bath. Well, that sucks to be them. Alright, I'll help you. Gosh. Oh, woe is me. Misery, misfortune, woe. What in the 7Ls just happened? I come back from Camp Overlook only to see an overstuffed kobold strutting around like he owns the place. You are not so wrong. No, no, your words are true. Zoga leads the 13th. Yes, and has many friends and followers in Ungamoro. His power grows with each day. With each day, one less kobold challenges the word of Zoga. Soon, none will be left to oppose him. No, no, not a one. So what you're saying, that you're just gonna let that self-styled tyrant walk all over you? Yes? We have no choice, no recourse, no refuge. What kind of answer is that? Ain't you got a shred of dignity in your whole body? Uh, no. No, I do not. Look, I don't know your kobold hierarchies from a hole in the ground. What I do know is that if anyone talked to me like that, I'd go to the 7th L and back to cut him down to size. But you are strong, bold, brave, strong, and I am... The man of mercy! I can't stand to look at the sorry lot of you. Are you kobolds or dormice? Look, you might not have the spine to stand up for yourselves, but Vivi and I sure as hell do. Ain't that right, Vivi? Just tell us where we can find this Zoga. You know not what you say. No, no, you know nothing. It is pure madness to oppose Zoga. Folly, insanity, madness. The only thing what's driving me mad is your endless wailing. That settles it. I'm not leaving the stinking hole till Zogaz falls on his hands and knees before me begging for mercy. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. But... Did you just say something? No. Nothing at all. Zoga does not suffer opposition lightly. No, not in the least. If we cross him, he will crush us. We are doomed. Cursed, damned, doomed. Oh, adventurer, do not leave us. No, no, you mustn't go. The Rogadin woman frightens me even more than Zoga. Horrifies, terrifies, frightens. But we have no choice. No, no, we have none. You will protect us from Zoga's bullying, yes? Yes, yes, you will. Eagerly, emphatically, wholeheartedly. Oh, adventurer, you are too kind, gracious, generous, kind. Yes, yes, kind, and possessing the strength of 100 kobolds. Yes, yes, 100 kobolds. And you do not need Gugu's help. No, no, you do not. Good luck fighting Zoga, adventurer. I await word of your triumph, your victory, your success. And now we have the kobolds unlocked. Oy. Okay. Now then, I need to go back there. The tangle is in... Yeah. I think I need to go back to Limsa, hand this in. Yeah, I want to go there. I need to do the kobolds because I really want the bomb palanquin. That was my neck. That felt great. Alright, first to the Arcanist Guild. To switch over to Arcanist right quick. Welcome back. There is much I would ask you, but first, may I have the satchel you received during your assignment? The original owner needs her costume back, you see. I'll make sure everything is returned safe and sound. Now, let us speak of Kalaya. I am glad to know that she has finally freed herself to pursue her heart's desire, and you are to thank for awakening the Foreseer to her self-imposed fetterings. The brilliance of Kalaya's strategies served to blind her to her own feelings, and it pained me to see her suffer so. Your example may even encourage Kalaya to improve her combat abilities, although such will surely come in time. After all, she intends to study under the Guildmaster's direct instruction. Imagine those two obsessive arcanists and the complexity of the tactics they will develop. It may very well be that your actions in the beginning, in bringing them together, will prove the catalyst that sparks a new era of innovation in the art of arcanima. You, too, should look to the improvement of your discipline if you are to keep pace with all that is certain to follow. To that end, I offer you a new technique, one that allows you to affect a wide swathe of the battlefield and drain the life forces of your foes. Yay. Alright, so I have a robe. I have pants. I don't have dress shoes. We'll go with the dress shoes. Bane. Austerities of Flame. This will unlock the Summoner. Greetings. It is well you have come, for we have an intriguing matter to discuss. A request has come to our guild from the Sons of St. Connacht, an organization of some of the finest minds in Eorzea, and they have asked for you by name. It appears that the research the Sons are currently conducting would benefit from the assistance of an arcanist, specifically one who has had the tempering experience of defeating the primal Ifrit. Though I would admit to some curiosity as to how these scholars knew the extent of your heroic exploits, I suppose the source of their knowledge is of little relevance. If you would answer this request, then you will find your contact, a researcher by the name of Yemhitri, at Apkalo Falls in the nation of Gridania. Okay, and that means that the other one must be, forgotten but not gone. Muri. Forgotten but not gone. This will unlock Scholar. Vivi, have you an interest in history? If so, I would share with you an opportunity to study the ways of the ancients. A curiously refined and well-read marauder visited the guild the other day in the hopes he might meet an arcanist of exceptional skill. He claims that the assistance of one such individual would be invaluable for the success of his archaeological research. I say claims because despite his eloquence, the thought of a marauder with academic ambitions still strikes me as odd. You are, of course, free to formulate your own opinion. His name is Alka Zolka, and can be found at the Marauders Guild, should curiosity overwhelm you. Let us head over there. Alka Zolka. Thank you for setting aside your preconceptions, Vivi. I am acutely aware of how unusual it is for a marauder to conduct research, as it were. However, you shall soon understand that I am not at all like any of my more muscular brethren. Rather than rush blindly into the enemy's maw, I formulate and execute stratagems to great effect. My archaeological pursuits are but an extension of this practice, for at present I am researching the military tactics of the ancient Nim. It would not surprise me if if you were unfamiliar with the Nim. The civilization flourished some 15 odd centuries ago, during the 5th astral era. The Nemians lived during an age of wonders, where the magical arts flourished, but magics can be wielded for weal or for woe. And this period of peace eventually gave way to a great war of the Magi. The nations of that bygone era brought earth-shattering magics to bear against one another. Yet Nim, with only a handful of mages to support its army of mariners, repulsed would-be invaders time and time again. Precisely how a military force of this composition would defy its stronger neighbors is a mystery which has long puzzled military historians. By translating extant Nemean tablets, which I have recently procured, I mean to solve the riddle at long last. As my knowledge of Arcanima is cursory at best, I required an experienced arcanist to assist me with my analysis of the text pertaining to the magical arts. Will you be that arcanist? Sure. There is, however, a complication. The Nemean tablets are other assorted relics, for which I paid an exceedingly large amount of money, were stolen en route to Limsa Lominsa. The information inscribed upon those tablets would be of untold significance. I will not allow the thieves to sell it to some rich Uldan collector for a pittance. Pray, accompany me to the Raincatcher Gully docks, and help me reclaim my relics. I have strong reason to believe the perpetrators can be found there. Alright. Well, that sounds all fine and good, but I have more pressing matters to attend. Well, it's in eastern Lenosha. We're in the area. Might as well head over there. And it's close by to Wineport. Wayneport. Oh, I keep doing that. Wayneport. Well, so much for getting main story. We'll do it. Eventually. We'll get there. It's fine. Alright. Actually, I've been neglecting the hunting log of late. Oh. I'm as an arcanist, not as a white mage, so never mind, I lied. Alright, Alkazoga. As I suspected, they are not more than broken men who have seized the docks and taken to robbing every passing ship. Come, let us put an end to their banditry. Hello. And take back what is ours. I'm doing random stuff. Eventually okay. I will get to Ormvale. Eventually. Oh, this might be rough. Nope, I can't do it with Lillout. Damn.
I'm logging in slowly but surely.
I'm slowly casting. Do I not have Bane? Damn, I don't have Bane yet. On my hotbar. see any others? No, excellent. Then let's search for the tablets. There they are. Yes, yes, this is it. A treatise on Namian military tactics, just as I had hoped. Hello there. Mayhaps the tablet can explain this? Mumble mumble, scholars, familiars, fairies? The sunlight of Eos doth soothe and shield. The moonlight of Selena doth silence and strengthen. By the 12! Have you any idea what this means? We have rediscovered the long-lost magical arts of the Namian scholars. I have fairies now.
You have fairies
Yep.
now?
I unlocked Scholar.
Oh. Or so are you going to heal a
No.
scholar?
I'm just unlocking it. I'm unlocking that, Summoner, and Black Mage probably tonight as well. I'm just trying to... I picked up a bunch of quests, and I'm doing them kind of in the order that they kind of fall. Fairies. Honest to God, fairies. Well, now I have seen everything. Anyway, I shall return to the guild and begin translating the tablet. Cannot wait to see what other secrets it contains. Alright, so, now then. Let's go back to Ostia. Excellent timing! I have just finished transcribing a section which will doubtlessly be of interest to you. According to the tablet, the crystal from which the fairy sprang forth is called the Soul of the Scholar, and it contains the wisdom of those long-dead Namian mages. With it you can call upon the fairy, as you did before, and bind her to your will. As I said before, I have little knowledge of Arcanima, so unless you have some objection, I would like to entrust the crystal to you. Oh, and you needn't recompense me. Simply knowing that the lost arts are being preserved is enough. I shall devote my energies to deciphering the remaining text. Should I undiscover anything new, I promise that you will be the first to know. Next call quest will be available at level 35. Complete. Scholar unlocked. Fairy is awoken by the soul of the scholar. And just picked it up.
Is that the one where... Let me see. That's the one whose base class is Arcanist.
Yep.
Correct? Okay. And the Arcanist also has the base class for the Summoner.
Yes.
So that's okay. That's how it got so high. And I never did any of those quests.
Alright, so now that I've done that, it's time to... Oh, I'm gonna have to redo all my bars and stuff for that. Alright, let's see, what is next? I really need to go activate or unveil. But I'm wondering if going there will take me... Maybe I should head to Thanalan first then. Gridania. I have to pick up Summoner as well. Alright, let's go.
What is this? Judgment, Bolt, and Lightning?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I am not eligible because I've not beat Thornmarch Extreme. Well, looks like I'm not doing that quest.
You could always do Thornmarch Extreme.
Yeah. That sounds
Yeah,
like
about
fun.
that. How about no? Is the way out? No, it's not. I'm going the wrong way. This is not the way.
Thank God Friday tomorrow.
I know. It's been a long but short week. Always hate long but short weeks. Alright, Yumihitra. You are Vivi, I assume? Well met, and thank you for coming. My name, as you've obviously surmised, is Yumihitra. I'm a member of the Sons of St. Conarch. Ours is a Charlian order that seeks the lost knowledge of the Allegan Empire. And in that regard, we have recently made a singularly important discovery at our dig site in Mordona. We salvaged from the ruins a set of ancient texts describing the existence of a sect of Allegan mages known as Summoners. These were arcane practitioners said to have the ability to siphon the essence of the primals and manifest their stolen energy as a biddable ally known as an AG. Or an AG? I don't know. AG. Should we succeed in resurrecting such arts, then we might well hold in our hands the power to bring this age of conflict to an end. There is, however, as there always must be, one monumental obstacle in realizing this reality. In order to manifest these obedient incarnations of the beastman's savage deities, one must first defeat a primal and capture its etheric essence. Thus, only one who can boast such a daunting achievement under his belt may even begin on the path of becoming a summoner. Do you understand now why I called upon you? If you wish to contribute to my research, then come to me in the west of Bargot Strike in southern Thanalan. There shall we conduct a ritual of summoning, the austerities of flame. Oh, that's good. It takes me to Thanalan. Now, where's Bargot
That
Strike?
was a fun. You're doing the summoner there.
Yeah. No, that's.
That was a fun storyline. Like that storyline.
Really?
I think it was cool.
Oh. To the Forgotten Springs. And then I can go up from there to Raubon's Push.
Oh, I do have it.
Do have what?
Oh, I do have the soul of the scholar.
Yeah, I want to say I've seen you play Scholar before.
I don't have any of the quests though. Yeah, when we were all piddling around, when QQ was piddling around, I had it out.
Greetings to you once more. I had a feeling this unique opportunity would be nigh impossible for you to ignore. Let us proceed directly to the ritual, shall we? According to the records we recovered, the summoners of old would perform these rites in a land in which the naturally dominant element matches the aspect of the avatar they wish to call forth. Only in such a place might one sufficiently shift one's etheric balance to the desired direction. The element of fire is especially strong here in the Sagoli Desert. I can think of no land more fitting in which to summon an incarnation of the Lord of the Inferno. Before we begin, I must insist that you accept this gem. It may appear of little worth, but within its faceted depths dwell the memories of long-deceased summoners. Now, you must focus. Visualize the aether flowing through you, a vibrant current of energy transforming into living fire. Hold this image in your mind, and the raging heat of your life force shall spawn an Agi wreathed in flames. Be aware, however, that this nascent entity will appear before you unbound and hostile. If you charge, it is your charge to overpower the avatar and establish yourself as its master. The path of the summoner is not, if not fraught, with peril. It's a little Ifrit, that's adorable. Not really, but I mean, it's kind of adorable. Swift, we're gonna call out my tank pet. Yeah, attack. Woo! That was fun, like a mini fight with Ifrit. That was thoroughly enjoyable.
Yeah.
Most,
Like I said, it's a fun storyline too.
most impressive. The Fireborn Eggy has submitted to your will. You have mastered the austerities of flame, and that is no small feat. Pray, let us return to Apcala Falls, that we might further discuss your achievement. Ugh. Gridania. And we're not gonna go back to Gridania. We're actually going to go back this way and head to Raubon's Push first.
Wait. What?
Huh? What? I'm confused. What's wrong?
Oh no.
Oh no.
I think I put all my attribute points as a scholar into intelligence.
Well, no, that's what you should do. As a scholar.
As a
Yeah, as a scholar, you want intelligence. Because, or no, not intelligence, mind. Oh.
Yeah.
You can get something to reset that from the Grand Company.
Oh.
I forget what it's called.
Crap.
Whoopsie. Yeah, about that. I don't have another wand, do I? Sword. No. How about a new hat? Oh, a coif. Yay. Oh, I have the woolen cavalier's hat. Throughout body piece-wise. Alright. Let's see. Oh. I need to go to Blackbrush. But since I'm so close, I'm gonna go ahead and at least start the main story quest. Because I think that will also get me some gear. I may not get to Orem Vale tonight. It's already 9 o'clock. Ugh.
Yeah.
I had too many things I wanted to try and get done.
Well, that's how it goes
Right?
sometimes.
Oh well. Oh, wheel. No big deal.
God, I save all this shit.
Tell me, does aught here strike you as odd? I see signs of recent habitation. Could it be that we have trespassers? Perhaps it's just my imagination. Come, let us proceed into the solar. Now then, high mithril gloves, can't wear. Woolen dress shoes. Oh, those are an improvement. We'll take those, thank you. Wait. Who goes there? Now, Ida. Is that any way to greet a friend? Alphino? Vivi? Sid? Wait, is this a dream? Not that I'm aware of. It's been a while, Ida. I don't believe it. I was sure you'd been... This place has seen better days. You know, I wasn't actually here when I was still in talks at the Adder's Nest. The first I knew about it was when I came back and I saw. The church is taking care of the bodies, but that still left the stains. It was hard to know where to start. If Y'shtola hadn't been here to help me. Y'shtola is here too. Yes, but she's not here right now. She's gone to Uldar to meet a man who might know what happened to the others. Papalimo and Minfilia weren't among the dead, according to the church. Y'shtola thinks they were taken somewhere. Upon the orders of the Black Wolf, no doubt. Why would he want them? Because they possess something he desires. Knowledge of another power that can be brought to bear against the primals, one that Gaius has yet to harness. The Echo. Gaius will be aware of its existence, as well as the immunity it grants the gifted to primal's influence. Powerful though his Allagan weaponry may be, he would doubtless desire such protection. He means to use Minfilia to gain an understanding of the Echo, none of which explains how the Empire came to know the location of the Waking Sands in the first place. No matter, the Empire has shown its hand, and now we must act. It is up to us to rebuild the Scions and save Eorzea. Can I count on you, Ida? What? Oh, yes. Yes, of course, whatever you need. We can discuss our next move upon Y'shtola's return. For now, I say we rest. Oh, those... My pants are pink.
Hear, feel, think. bringer of light, brave gatherer of the crystals, thy soul burneth bright. I am Hydaelyn, all made one. Hearken unto me now, for the darkness doth begin to spread. Wear thee the bearer of the crimson brand, for he is the avatar of shadow, whom death attendeth always. The crystals shall be thy salvation, thy blade and shield both. Steel thyself, for at the appointed hour thou shalt stare into the heart of darkness. Go with caution, my child, but fear not, for I am ever with thee.
Ishtola! Vivi, I see you and Alphino are safe. And Sid? That we five should meet each other thus defies simple explanation. It is as if the benevolent hand of Master Louisoix guides us still. He would not see us undone so easily, not now, when the need is so great. I know when Minfilia and the others are being held. Where? An Imperial stronghold in the heart of Mordona, Castrum Sentry. Casing the castrum. The rescue of our allies will be no small undertaking. Even under normal circumstances, breaching the defenses of an Imperial castrum would be a highly dangerous proposition. But now that Castrum Sentry houses prisoners whom the Garleans deem valuable, we may be confident that they have taken additional measures to ensure the stronghold's security. If we are all to free our friends, we will require an effective strategy. And if we are to formulate an effective strategy, we will require intelligence. I believe I know a man who might be able to assist us in this. Lord Portlane of House Durandir. He is stationed in the observatorium in Corthus. Let us go to him and beseech his aid. Well, that will take us to Orm Vale, almost. Now then. Since I'm here, let's teleport to Blackbrush real quick. Woohoo!
Alright, I'll come.
Alright, I'm gonna call it a night.
Okay. Have a good night.
Yep, we'll talk to you
Yep.
tomorrow. Bye.
User disconnected from your channel.
Woohoo! Let's see, I got some new shoes. Peek outside. There we go. Epitaph of Fluidity. Pray. Yay, I now have pants. White Mage pants. They're actually, what's ridiculous is, they're shorts. Shorty short shorts. It's hilarious. Anyway. We'll stick with that for now. And that's level 50 gear. I'm level 50. Woohoo! Closing in, getting better. Alright, so there's that. And then maybe I will return to Apkalu Falls real quick. And then to Mordona. Actually, what do I have hunting log-wise that I need to do? Snow Wolf, Korthus, Mordona, and Eastern Lenosha. Getting close, closing in, closing in. Oh, that's right. Well, I'll change it when I get there. This is truly a momentous occasion. You have rescued the lost art of summoning from the grasping mire of forgotten history. But you must know more of the avatar you have bound. In the ancient tongue of the Allegan Empire, it would be known as Efreet Igi, where Igi translates approximately to pure or the essence of. In short, you have tamed a willful manifestation of Ifrit's raging fires. As you might expect from an entity born of the Lord of the Inferno, this avatar and its capacity for destruction should serve you well in your battles to come. With such an ally at your command, it is not too soon to take upon yourself the title of Summoner. You have proven yourself more than worthy of the soul crystal you now possess. Yet, be that as it may, the road before you is long and arduous. If you would triumph in this age of conflict, you must need master more than just the Aegis of Fire. I suggest you next fix your gaze upon claiming the servant of the unyielding stone. Once you seized victory against the Primal Titan, You once seized the victory against the Primal Titan, did you not? Though I admit I am eager to progress directly to the austerities of Earth, you must be careful not to overtax your reserves of strength. Rest well, and spend some time to grow accustomed to your newfound abilities. Once you feel prepared to continue your historic research, you will find me here, awaiting your arrival with barely constrained impatience. I am now a summoner! Alright, now back to White Mage. A minute. Alright, so I need to go to Mordona, but I also need to go to the Observatorium and Ormvale. Both of these are in Corthus. Ormvale is over here. This actually goes to Mordona. This is actually where I need to go for here. So we will teleport to Camp Dragonhead. Alright, Lola. Let us us make our way to the observatorium, which is to the south. Alright. 2 goals nearing completion. Need to unlock Ormvale. Would like to run Ormvale, but Ormvale is such a rough run, I might leave that for next time. I'll unlock it, but I may not run it tonight. It's getting a little late. I'll focus on finishing off the White Mage, maybe picking up Black Mage. Hello, Portland. Ah, Vivi, the man who unmasked the heretic in our midst. To what do I owe the pleasure of your company? You are the associate of Ishtola. But of course, Lord Drillamont confided to me that you were a scion of the Seventh Dawn. Castrum's sentry. What interest have you all in the Imperials? They hold several of our number, whom we intend to free. Any information you can provide would be greatly appreciated. I see. That might explain our scouts' reports. They observed 4 prisoners being led into the castrum. A Hurrian woman, an Ellison man, and 2 Lalafels, 1 male, 1 female. It's them. It has to be them. Minfilia, Urianger, Papalimo, and Totteru. If that scant morsel is of use to you, you may also be interested to hear about a more recent incident. Incident? An Imperial airship made an emergency landing here in Korthus not long ago. 2 men believed to be prisoners, a Rogadin and a Lalafel, were seen fleeing the craft. What did you say? A Rogadin and a Lalafel, Master Garland. Neither wore Imperial dress, and both seemed disinclined to wait for rescue. Hence our assumption that they were prisoners. Well, I'll be damned. It's Biggs and Wedge. Trust those 2 rascals to escape. We must find them, Vivi, and soon. The Imperials will not rest until they are captured or killed, and if Biggs were given the choice, I fear he'd take the latter. Freeing those held in Castrum's sentry will require substantial planning and preparation. As such, it is an endeavor that will admit some slight delay. The matter of the escapees, by contrast, will not. Shortly after the prisoners vacated the airship, our scouts observed Imperial troops setting off in pursuit. It is likely only a matter of time before they catch them. If you wish to see your comrades again, you'd had best act now. If, as you have suggested, the Garleans took our fellow scions prisoner in hopes of understanding the Echo, it seems reasonable to assume that they will not be executed until such time as the study is complete. But Biggs and Wedge are not scions, nor do they know aught of the Echo. As Lord Portlane said, this may prove our only chance to rescue them. I say we seize it. Thank you, everyone. You won't regret this. You better not, Zed. I know he won't, but that's alright. Cutscene, 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 cutscene. final preparations are almost complete, my lord. There stands the culmination of 5 long years of painstaking work, but all our efforts will be vindicated when the Emperor's vision becomes reality. At last, we have the power to purge this land of its false gods. We shall give the ignorant children of Eorzea the security and stability they so desperately crave, and which their spineless leaders have so palpably failed to provide. As you say, my lord, rest assured, our engineers will not rest until the weapon is fully armed and operational. Rahitian, you depart for Castrum Occidens at midnight. You will command the Western Front in Vilebrand. The Eorzeans will attempt to interfere with our plans. You will see that they do not. My lord, if this be your will, I shall carry it out to the best of my ability. I live only to serve the Empire. Yet, forgive my impudence, but is it proper to give command on half our forces to, I have given you nothing, Perfectus. You have earned it. That will be all. Dismissed. Yes, my lord. My quarters. 1 hour. Like a viper head. Ugh. Anyway. Alright, Portland. Eyes on the Empire. My purpose here is to reconnoiter Garlean activity along Abalathia's spine. Ugh. Owing to this, I have the honor of being acquainted with Y'shtola. Now, the report of the Imperial airship's emergency landing came to us by way of Zamiel Darkhold, situated to the west. A man stationed at the entrance, a knight by the name of Briselt, may be able to tell you more. So, as to expedite your mission, I shall furnish you with a letter of introduction. I pray that you will soon be reunited with your comrades. May the Fury grant you strength. I thank you. Both are to the west. How convenient. But first, up to Zamiel Darkhold. Alright, Briselt. You stand before Zamiel Darkhold, the subterranean fortress excavated by the great Ishgardian house of the same name. None but authorized personnel may enter. A letter from Lord Portland. So you have come about the Imperial airship. According to our scouts, the vessel had scarce touched the ground when a pair of men, captives by all accounts, burst forth and bolted. Imperial soldiers have since been sighted in the area, seeking to recapture them. What? The captives are like to be your friends, you say? Then let us pray that they are yet a step ahead of their pursuers. An emergency landing reportedly took place near Aurum Vale, situated south and west of here. I suggest you take your search there. Seek out a knight named Pyramons. He should be able to assist you. It's like they're just guiding us there. Isn't that nice? This is where the place gets a little dangerous. Oh, snow wolves. Do you need snow wolves? Let's kill these real quick. Go. I was gonna say. Perfect. And now to Aurum Vale. Speak to Williamus. From the Order of the Twin Adder, I presume. Yes, I suppose you should suffice. The Holy See is not wont to beseech assistance from foreign armies, but the task before us is a daunting one, and our own knights are occupied with matters of greater import. Perhaps you have already heard rumors of the Aurum Vale? Many a miner have been lured into its cavernous recesses by promises of vast fortunes, to find only death, and doubly so. If the noxious fumes don't get them, the carnivorous fronds that lurk are happy to oblige. Little we can do about the former, but dispatching the latter would go far in the sparing of lives of unfortunate treasure-seekers. So it is that we turn to you. You can now access Aurum Vale. And Pierre Mons, the Imperial airship. I saw it approach to land that with mine own 2 eyes. 2 eyes? I hastened to the landing site, arriving just in time to see the vessel take off to the skies again, but not before it had deployed a detachment of troops, a detachment of poops. Gruff orders were being barked, and there was an air of consternation about them. Yay! Alright, PM elements. Accept. There were prisoners aboard the airship, it seems, and they seized the opportunity to flee when the vessel was forced to land. The Guardians who were deployed formed search parties and proceeded to scour the wilderness. In order to alert our forces, I returned to my post to find evidence that someone had been here in my absence. Whoever they were, they tried the door to no avail and decided to go elsewhere. In all, I marked 2 sets of footprints, one large and one small. If you search the area, mayhaps you will be able to follow the prints to their owners. Oh look, footprints. Footprints, footprints. Under the bridge, perhaps? Yep. Under the bridge. So cold. I want to go home. Please don't eat me. I'm not nearly as succulent as I look. It's all skin and bones underneath, I swear. Huh? Vivi, it's you. Thank goodness you're here. It's been awful. The Garleans were snapping at our heels like a pack of hungry wolves. I was so hell-bent on evading them, I almost ran headlong into a monster. A monster's gaping maw thrice. And when I finally found cover, it hit me how cold and hungry I was. Biggs, he isn't here. He went off in a different direction to lure our pursuers away. It's me, Sid. Have you had any success? Tracked down Wedge. That's wonderful. Now, what of Biggs? I see. Well, it hardly surprises me that the big fellow went off as he did. For all the tongue lashings he gives Wedge, he's always taking care of himself. I've scoured the area surrounding the Darkhold, but there's nothing to show for it. At any rate, we know for a fact that Biggs headed west. With both Yida and Y'shtola helping out, I'm sure he'll turn up soon. Now then, I'll make my way over to your position while keeping an eye out for Biggs. If memory serves, there should be an Ishgardian fortification not far to your west. Monument Tower, I believe it's called. Let us meet there. Dare I hope, was that Master Garland you spoke with? After 5 long years, thank goodness he's alive. I'm feeling better now. Let's go to Monument Tower and wait for the chief to arrive. Alright. Ride Lola. A hunt. And here's the fortification! Yay! Inside or outside? Inside. A belly. A belly. A belly. A belly. Well met and welcome, adventurer. What brings you to this frozen corner of the realm? Oh, it would seem your companion has caught a chill. Come and warm yourself by the fire. I will bring you a hot broth. How are you feeling, then? Stay here as long as you need. Same goes for you, friend. 'Tis plain you have a hard journey ahead of you. You must find rest where you can. Well, enhanced Drought of Saints. Woohoo! Actually, I think I have neglected this again. Yep. Damn. 2 points. Into mind. Into my mind. Yay, pants. Woolen gaskins. Oh, they're not better than what I'm wearing? Oh, that's because I'm wearing the White Mage gear. Well. I'm fine now, thanks to you. But I can't bear to think that Biggs is still all alone in the cold, with Garleans on his heels. He lured the enemy away for my sake, and now he's suffering for it. I hate to have to rely on you again, but do you think you could search for Biggs? I haven't the slightest notion where he might be at the moment, but maybe, just maybe, the people here have seen something. A Rogan gentleman dressed in a similar manner as your companion? I'm sorry, but he did not come by here. Let me think a moment. I would not raise your hopes unduly, but there is a cave situated a short distance to the south. We call it Fury's Gaze, and it may be worth the while to investigate. I make this suggestion only because your friend seems like a selfless sort. Rather than drawing the enemy to this tower, perhaps he elected to pass us by. That seems as a possibility. To the south and behind us. Mm-mm. Must be spirit bonding. Vivi, were you able to learn anything? Not in this area? Well, that stands to reason, I suppose, seeing as he was trying to lure the Guardians away from me. But where within this vast sea of snow and ice could he be? We can't give up. We must find Biggs before he succumbs to the cold or is recaptured. There must be someone in this tower who can help us, even if it's only to tell us where else to look. Ask them for me. Ask anyone who'll listen, and hurry. Big's chances of survival glow simmer by the moon. Grow slimmer by the moonament. Perhaps up the stairs. All the way up the stairs. Ignis. Ignis? Your friend is lost in the wilderness, you say? If he is not found around here or in the vicinity of the Darkhold, it is possible he made for Whitebrim. To reach it, one must travel through Danavin Pass, the southern end of which lies to the north and east of here. While I make no guarantee that your search will bear fruit, it is surely better than worrying in idleness. I wish you luck. Oh, and one more thing. Do tread warily when climbing the stairs here. Not a moon ago, I nearly broke my neck when I slipped and took a tumble. I think that's their way of saying, don't drop down from this height, you will die. That's not too high. Nope. Withdraw, Lola. Our orders are to take you back dead or alive. Which will it be, engineer? Why don't you come and find out, Tinhead? Ah, Vivi, it is well you are here. The situation is grave. Biggs is in a bad way. We need to do something right now. He does right, has the right of it. He'll perish if we delay. With me. He's not alone. Kill them all. Not very nice. No, Sagittarius. Goodbye. Oh, no! Yep. Oops. I think Biggs died. Alright. Alright. It's not going to stand all bunched up. Oh dear. How many of them are there indeed? Jeez. Gosh darn it. Come on, Y'shtola. You're a healer. Heal. Alright. thanks. Another moment and I would have... Ugh. Oh. He has been too long in the cold. We must find shelter for him. Why, there's a tower over here. Monument Tower, you say? Very well. Eden and I shall bear him there with all haste. Sid will be so happy to see Biggs and Wedge again. Oh, I love reunions. Pretty sure after we talk to them that we'll head to Mordona. And then I need to immediately go do the Tangle. I want to try and get that done today. Wedge. I can't thank you enough. And the same goes for the rest of you. Thank you all so much. Oh, don't mention it. We are a family, are we not? Well, yes, it's just I didn't think I'd ever see him again. I owe the lot of you my life. And you saved Wedges too. I'm losing count of how many I owe you. Pigs, Wedge! Gods, it's good to see the two of you again. Chief, it's you, it's really you. In our hearts we knew you were still alive, but to finally see you in the flesh. When Alphino told me of the raid on the Waking Sands, I feared the worst. What happened? The enemy struck with nary a warning. We didn't stand a chance. Wedge and I were in the workshop when they came. Before we knew what was happening, the Imperials had us at gunpoint. It must have been awful. There's one thing I don't understand, though. How did the Garleans get there so fast? I mean, the immortal flames should have seen them coming, right? I myself have asked the same question. That day, when I returned to the carnage of the Waking Sands, I noted not a miss in horizon, nothing at all to suggest the passing of an Imperial force. From this, I conclude that the Garleans came neither by land nor by air. Nay, they were borne there by potent teleportation magics of the kind used by the Asians. Carry on. We were bound and blindfolded, and bundled into the cargo bay of a waiting airship. I can't rightly say how long we were aboard, but when the time came for us to disembark, we found ourselves in the midst of an Imperial stronghold, Castrum Sentry. Upon arrival, we were marched off into the main complex. Biggs and I were thrown into a detainment cell together, while Monfilia and the others were taken elsewhere. That was the last we heard from them. Castrum Sentry. What happened next? Well, when we were held in isolation for what felt like years, but was probably moons, or maybe only weeks. And then, without warning, the Imperials collected the pair of us and put us on another vessel, which we found out was bound for Garlemald, much to our dread. We knew that if we were taken back there, we weren't like to leave again. So, risky though it was, we sabotaged the ship's altitude control, and thereby forced an emergency landing. In the midst of the ensuing chaos, we managed to slip our captors. The rest, as they say, is history. Ha ha ha! If I didn't know better, I'd call that a likely story. Sabotaging the altitude controls of an airborne vessel, that will have been Big's handiwork. Like as not, you always were resourceful in a tight spot, my friend. Thank you for returning my dear assistance to me. I would seem I owe you yet another debt of gratitude. There are still many questions in mind, but the answers can wait. Minfilia and the others will want for rescue. Alright, you lot. Garland Ironworks is back in business. Let's go and give the Imperials what for. Hooray! Alright, Sid. Come into my castrum. Thanks to you, Biggs and Wedge are with us again. Now we must find a way to rescue Minfilia and the others. Gods know we've kept them waiting too long already. Based on what we've learned, I believe it's safe to say they're being held at Castrum Sentry, so let us convene at Revenant's Toll in Mordona. 'Tis as good a place as any to prepare, and better than most. The road leading east, then south, will get you there. When we arrive, let us seek the advice of the local adventurers. We're bound to learn a thing or two that will benefit our mission. Benefit our mission. Indeed. Welcome to Mordona. Things first, attune to the Aetherite. And for the moment, we're actually going to make this our home point. Speak to the Chocobo Keep. And now I need to go here. And then we'll talk to Slathborn, maybe. I need to get to the Tangle. Far enough away. Oh shit. Oh, well, piss. Epitaph to discovery. The life and deeds of a great mage at Toakant. Pray. Now I should have shoes, right? Yep, I now have shoes. There we are. Thing I don't have is the vestment. Really use a new weapon, among other things. Your safe return heartens me, Vivi. I can feel newfound power emanating from the garb I gave you. I trust that this stage of your pilgrimage was a success. Now that you have traveled the realm and seen the land of Master Atoa, as Master Atoa did, I would share with you the rest of his tale. The histories claim that Atoa Khan disappeared in the mountains of Ungamoro, the Kobold motherland. This is not untrue, but there is more to the story. When the great mage did not return from his journey, one of his most devoted students went in search of him. As the legends have it, the young mage single-handedly fought off a veritable legion of kobolds, while scouring the mountains for any sign of his master. Sadly, it was as all had feared. Though the young mage eventually found his master, the great Atoa Count lived no more. As if the death of the man were not enough, Thyrus, Atoa Khan's great staff, a mighty relic passed down by his ancestors, was lost to the shadows. Undeterred, the young mage fought off the kobold hordes to carry his master's remains back to the surface. A ceremony was held to honor Master Atoa's life and deeds, and urns housing his ashes were carried off to the far-reaching frontiers of which he was so fond in his living years. All the urns, that is, except for one. Yes, though the precise location is known to only a few. Master Atoa also rests closer to home. Here in the Twelveswood, not far from Proud Creek, you'll find yet another monument to the great mage. Take with you this habit, and pay your respects as before. If you keep pure intentions in your heart and in your mind, then the healer's robe shall be your reward. Float. Don't think I can get there from Ektal. Looks like I might be able to. I'm just gonna run all over the place and draw everyone under the sun. Oh no. Go away. Thank you. The grave has been filed and the contents appear to have been stolen. Of course. Of course. Could not be that simple. The urn holding Master Otoa's ashes was stolen? This cannot be! Grave robbery is a damnable enough crime in itself, but what manner of scoundrel would dare defile the resting place of a Pajal? Rest assured that I will investigate this heinous crime immediately. In the meantime, your pilgrimage demands you travel to one last destination. The final leg of your journey will take you to the very place that Master Otoa drew his last breath, Ogamoro, the home of the Kobolds in Outer Lenosha. It is there, in plain sight of the Kobold dig, that the student of whom I spoke did erect a monument of his fallen master. Of course. Oh, It's not that bad. For that. That's quite a bit more. Mm. Alright, Lola. Let us head back to Camp Tranquil. Alright, Ryo-sana. Welcome back. The journey was not an easy one, I trust, and yet I knew that Master Oto would guide you safely back to me. In your travels, you have received the blessing of our great ancestor, and yet, this was not the sole reason I sent you on this pilgrimage. Perhaps you sensed something of my intentions during your trip. Yes, as he who would inherit Master Oto's legacy, I wanted you to truly walk in his footsteps. To see the realm in both its beauty and its suffering with your own eyes, as the great mage did so long ago. And yet it is strange, no? A pirate's lair, a rampant jungle, mountains of fire. Of all the hostile environs to which you've journeyed, the single grave despoiled was that which rests right here in our forest home. I suspect this was the handiwork of no witless grave robber, but rather someone who knew all too well the value of that which was buried within. We must uncover the truth behind this crime and return Master Oto's ashes to their rightful resting place, and quickly. You're with me, yes? Of course. Yearn for the urn. Oh, I'll get holy. That was level 50. Oh well. Grave robbery is a loathsome crime in its own right, but to defile the finding resting wraith of Pajal, such an act can only be performed by the lowliest of bandit scum, though I would like to think that the elementals have already delivered due justice to the villain. We must take no chances in allowing an escape. Whilst you were away, I put my best Moogle on the hunt, searching for any sign of the culprit or the stolen remains. I dare say he should have a clue or two for us by now. At least he better, if he values that little ball on his head. Suffice it to say, though, many forced-born think of the Moogles as blessed. My own personal experience has found them to be more touched than anything else. Oh, mistress, you shouldn't say such hurtful things. It's most unbecoming of a seed seer. But fine, don't listen to me. Why, I told her just the other day that this is why she remains, shall we say, unspoken for. She might not react to the phrasing at present, but her ire was indeed fierce. Of course, you have not come to discuss my mistress's temper, but the grave robbery, a most unforgivable act of villainy, if I do say so myself, which I just believe I just did. I am pleased to say, and you'll be pleased to hear, that the culprit did not escape Moogle eyes. Well, my eyes he did escape. My associate, Pucknopoki, however, claims to have seen a band of ruffians skulking off in the direction of Red Belly Hive with various and sundry stolen goods in tow, among them a rather conspicuously elaborate urn. I do not know what the Red Bellies are up to, but surely it can be nothing good. Please, Vivi, go quickly. If the urn is lost, I fear Rayo's ire will be the least of my worries. Okay. Oh, that's in the same area, isn't it? Yeah. Let's just run over there. This will be the last thing we do for the day. Jeez. Alright, Pucknopoki. Those thieving crooks, those crooked thieves, defiling the resting place of a Pajal. Why, no amount of thrashing, lashing, and bashing would suffice. Kapopo. Why, if it isn't the dashing white mage Kupcha Koopa spoke of, and not a moment too soon. Why, I was not about to swoop in and give them... Why, I was just about to swoop in and give them their comeuppance myself. Now that you're here, however, I believe I'll just sit back and enjoy the show. Those vile red bellies tossed the urn into some ramshackle wagon. A most ignoble fate for a Pajali legend, I do declare, and carted it northwise towards their hive. You'll retrieve it safe and sound, won't you? Sure. Just watch, this will not be the urn. That was too easy. Thank you. The remains of our exalted forebear, hauled away by brigands like a sack of loot. Is that what our land has come to? There can be no doubt. It is the Great One's fury that brings such chaos to the Twelveswood. The situation is grave indeed. I shall have our wood whalers deal with the red bellies. We have more important matters before us. And yet, I fear we have hit another snag. Though the urn has been safely recovered, the harsh treatment it has suffered at the hands of the bandits has taken its toll. Uprooted from its proper resting place, the power of Atoa, once housed within, has grown dim. I shall return the urn to its rightful home. Perhaps, over time, it will return to its former state. And yet I fear time is a luxury we do not have. We must explore other means to enchant the ritual garb. I will consult with my brother to see what knowledge he might have to offer. In the meantime, I would ask that you master your newfound skills as best you can. There's no telling when the Great One's fury might grow too strong to contain. We must ever be prepared. And now I have holy. I need to go put that on my bar immediately. Honestly, I don't need the hunting log anymore. But maybe virus. Actions and trades. Job. Holy is amazing. And pretty. Yay. Alright, so we did that. The only thing I didn't accomplish was running Arm Veil and unlocking Black Mage. But that will have to wait until next time. We'll call that an evening. Have a good night. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next week.